each individual was a burning commitment. They really are public servants. You know, if you're in the DA's office, you're not there for glamour, and you're not there for money. You know, if you want to do those things, you do some other kind of law. So these people are really, there's this sort of integrity of fighting for justice, and I think that's something that Michael Moriarty had and that Sam had. And in a way, I think that's all I tried to bring, was a kind of commitment to that. And I'm just very grateful that I'm just play acting, not doing what these people do for real. Because after just 2 days in the courtroom, I was like, wow, man, get me out of here. It's intense, you know. And I have so much respect for the people that do this. And the interesting thing about Law and Order is, as you know, it's so plot-driven. It's procedural drama. There's so little said about who we are as individuals, and what our interior life is like, what our past lives were like, what our home lives are like. And I actually think that's a great thing. I think that's what keeps the show alive. If you keep hearing our personal stories all the time, I think you'd get tired of the characters, and you wouldn't be interested. And to me, character has always been defined really by action anyway. It's by what you do. So you can, and the one thing I brought a little bit that I wanted to bring in the show is that we get more definition of who these people are by how they cope with the moral dilemmas that they're in, of the fact of the law not always being able to deal with each situation. So then what do they do? And I just wanted to sort of keep pushing this edge with the character in terms of maybe I'll go outside the law, almost, to do the right thing. A little bit of a Jack Bauer approach. I love that show, by the way. Big fan. So that's more what I bring in terms of getting into it. I wouldn't say I spend a lot of time getting inside the interior. I'm just always trying to remind myself of the context that I'm in. Also just reminding myself that these are, we're play acting, but I'm just reminding myself that we're cross-examining a murderer. It's very easy on the set just to relax and go, he's a great guy, a great actor, and you're having fun. Just remembering the context of the situation, and that people have died, and that there are huge consequences, and keeping the stakes really high. That's where I find I just have to keep my edge, and keep bringing that to the table for every episode and every scene. So that's what I think I spend my time getting into.
So, guys, I'm going to ask one more question, and then we're going to open it up, so if you guys want to prepare some questions. So, Linus, you're a classically trained actor. You've been you've been on stage for probably 10 years, and a self-proclaimed TV snob in the beginning, but you've done plenty of film. Is there a difference when you approach the craft of being on stage, or film, or a TV set?
Well, I think I had a strange sort of beginning in all this, because I think, unlike a lot of people who say, well, film's a lot easier because you can do it again if you mess it up, and you can't if you're on stage. I actually found, although theater was terrifying because you couldn't go back, there was like a leap you had to take, and once you took that leap, you can't go back, and you sort of, it all you just go with it. And in film, I was actually the other way around. I was slightly scared of getting into movies, because it's like you had to just do a simple thing like pick up the bottle and say hi, and you had to get it right, and it's all that pressure's down to that one little moment. So for me, that was like it's the other way around, and I think I had an interesting upbringing in that both my parents were actors. My dear mum passed away 2 years ago. She was a fantastic actress. She was more the classical, did a lot of theatre, did a lot of cutting-edge TV in the 60s, like Ken Loach. She worked with really sort of adventurous actress. And my dad is probably where my snobbery of TV comes from. My dad's in the longest-running soap opera in history. I think he's been in the show for 48 years. I think I worked out that I'd have to be in Law and Order for another. I mean, I'd be 98 before I even equaled I basically took my time before I came into the film world, and I started out just doing repertory theatre in the UK. Then I did what I call my national service, which is the Royal Shakespeare Company, and the National Theatre. I did 2 seasons with the Royal Shakespeare